working, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the season I'm soon. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my road. At the end of my road, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what.
A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. Chooses to bring this one out. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Cousins looking to throw right away here. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Good route here.
First and 10. Here's Cousins. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up third and 8. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. This one, take it in. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Into the hands of Olave.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Now Rattler. He's got Shaheed. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Looking to throw on third and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And this one soars out of bounds. The only question is where they will mark it. Looks like it's going short of the 40. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Where's the hot?
Out of the gun, Cousins. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Where's that?
From the gun, it's Robinson. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Rose. Where's that?
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Sent to the ground by Pete Warner.
Where's the hot?
That's a gain of 3.
Why?
It's 3rd and 7.
The hot.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. This gets the 1st and more. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Has it down close. Touchdown, Atlanta. So on 1st score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that 1st score and take early control of this game.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Rattler back to throw. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Rattler setting to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Rattler to the air now. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
He's off again. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Once more, it's Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And they won't return this, so with the new rules and because it hit in the landing zone first, the touchback will only come out to the 20. They're out and set, first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. This one falls incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Back now, pressure on its way. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody... and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Here's Robinson. Is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 20-zip lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Return starts at the 3. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Into a crowd and, intercepted! Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
Going to the ground again on 1st. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. Another carry for Robinson. Still has room inside the 15. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Connects with Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, looks like. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Falcons do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our 1st half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Return starts at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the... He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
What now?
Coming left is Miller. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Running once more with Miller. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Again, it's Miller. Room to run inside the 20. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
They motion the slot man right. On the give, it's Miller. Is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Reed now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Rhino! To Hunt!
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Lucky 50! To Hunt! Hey, kid! What is that?
From the 32. Connects on the crosser. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
To Hunt! Black! What is that?
Staying with Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
What is that?
Play action now for Cousins. Pitts brings it in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. Give him 6 yards. That's going to set up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down.
And he's going to make it in for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Miller. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Mike Hughes brought it down. A gain of 14. First down, Saints.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Saints ball as we start the 4th, but any efforts might just be futile facing that deficit. New set of downs for him at the 38. And he finds him enough room to get it up to the 42-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case, a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
694.
First throw for the backup now. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Raider 2. That's it.
They go play action with Carr. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
180.
They go left side with Miller. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Express. Raider 1.
Carr to the air now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
You're mine.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Throwing again, it's Carr. Olave with the catch. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
First down, Saints.
Kill.
Carr off the play fake. This is complete to Olave. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Gets this one to Shaheed. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the kicking team's got it. All right, so a positive play for them, if nothing else. Game seems pretty far out of reach at this point, but still, had to try the onside kick in that spot.
You know what that was? It was two things, Kate. A, it's a good chance to practice your onside kick in a pretty low-pressure environment. But B, and so much more importantly, is down the road in a game where you're going to really need it, that gives you the confidence that you can get it done.
Hey, we're good, we're good. What's up?
And he could have a free play here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. Oh, he fumbles it. They might give it right back. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Carr with it on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
93.
Trying again following the sack. Taken in by Shaheed. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Carr now on 1st and 10. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Down.
Pistol snap to Carr. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Clark Phillips with the pick. Drive starts out with a first and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. 2nd and 3 now.
Hey, flipper. Where's the hot?
On the give, here's Robinson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Handoff now to Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. A run here with Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from